Hi everyone, it's Don and I hope you're having a fantastic day. Well, it's my last day here in Sydney. As you can probably see, I got a little sunburn because I got some sun. I went out walking the area and I ran into somebody completely at random. And the odds are incredibly odd. There's no way this should have happened. So today I had an email from some people who were taking a cruise ship. Didn't know which cruise ship they were taking, but they said that they were going to be getting on board, and it's right across from the Opera House. So I knew the cruise port. I'm still staying there right next door. So I said I'd walk over and meet you. But in the meantime, I had some time to kill. So people keep on talking that there's a park just on the other side of the Opera House. So away I went. Found the location, and there's a botanical garden right beside the Opera House, and it's great because it goes on the far side. It goes all along the water. You can see there's lots of park benches in there, lots of wildlife that you can just sit and relax. It's a beautiful place. It's a great place if you're a jogger or a walker, and you get to see all the different wonderful trees. And like some of these big, huge trees that were there, just like majestic. They're just like, if I was still a kid, the best climbing trees in the world. I'm telling you, the best climbing trees in the world. So I went walking along there. I did some people watching down along the Opera House. And it's so amazing that when you see the Opera House from a different angle, it looks completely different than it does from the waterfront. And it's kind of odd. It almost looks like three different buildings when you're looking at it from one angle, and when you're looking at it from the water, it all looks cohesive. So the Opera House is definitely a figurehead here in Sydney. I definitely enjoyed my time here. I wish I was going. Speaking of wishing, the Majestic Princess is also in town. Now, had I not had a commitment that I have to be back and taking a cruise in New Orleans at the end of the month, I would have loved to, since I travel all this way, why would I just do one cruise, right? So I would probably have done maybe another Holland America and on the other ship that's out here, and maybe I would have jumped on the Majestic Princess as it has a different itinerary. So I would have done 3 cruises back to back to back. Because I enjoyed myself on the Holland America on the Newer Dam, and I'd like to try the other ship as well. But the Majestic Princess is in town, and I didn't know this. I thought it was sailing out of Brisbane, but it is here today, and I would have been on that cruise had I not had the commitment to go on the Norwegian breakaway at the end of the month. Because why travel 10,000 miles and then travel right back, right? The longer you can stay. I met so many people here that are staying for 2-3 months while they're here. A lot of them, though, have family that they can visit, and so it makes it a lot easier than paying for hotel rooms. And it does sound like a really fun time, though. But I go down, and as soon as I noticed it was the Majestic, well, there's a good Canadian boy on board, Kevin, the cruise director. He's actually from Ottawa, which is where I lived for 59 years. So, he's the one who has beaten me numerous times in the Yes No Game show and makes fun of me all the time. So I tried to text him on Instagram. And as I was getting ready to text him from down below the ship, who comes walking by on deck 7, I just happened to glance up and I see this figure walking on deck 7, and I yell to him, "Hey, Kevin!" And he turns around. Like, what are the odds? What are the odds that he happens at the 4 minutes that I was in front of the ship that he would walk by on the outside deck at that particular time of the morning? That's pretty rare. Like, the odds are pretty funny that would happen. So, at least I got to say hi to Kevin. I know he's leaving in March, but he's planning to, March, and he says he's back I believe, on the Majestic in May. So he's going to be there for Alaska this year, so that's pretty enticing to get back on the Majestic Princess for Alaska. I'm probably going to do a couple cruises to Alaska this year. I'd like to try a bunch of different ships, so I'm not sure. And then my friend Natalie is going to be going back to work. Not sure when she's going to be and which ship she's going to do which itinerary. She's hoping for Europe maybe this time. But we'll have to wait and see, because I'll try and get out. If she gets into Europe, I'll probably get out there and check that out, because I plan to do a lot of cruising this year. And so we have, I've been so busy going into Christmas, and now we've been busy here. And I got one more cruise at the end of this month going into February. And then my next cruise is April 1st with the Discovery Princess leaving out of LA with the group. And then there's nothing scheduled yet. Doesn't mean there won't be. There's nothing this year. I have a bunch scheduled in 2024 already, but nothing this year. So I'm really looking forward to checking out what's coming, what the new ships are. People are telling me I gotta get on Carnival, see the celebration or the Mardi Gras. So yeah, both of my cruises when I booked the Mardi Gras got canceled. So maybe I'll do that. I'm going to jump on a Virgin Cruise Line ship. I want to jump on a Disney ship. I want to get to Antarctica. And I want to get to Africa. Those are my bucket lists for this year. So a lot coming up in the near future. But I got to let the sunburn disappear a little bit from my face over the next few days. Whew. I didn't think I would get hit. I was only gone like an hour and a half. And I guess with all the cloud and the rain, not used to putting on the sunscreen on this trip. But had a fantastic time. Thank you, Australia, New Zealand. Thank you, Sydney. You guys have been great here. It's been a wonderful place to visit. And I cannot wait to come back, because I want to explore more of the country. I did get to see a little bit out by Kiama, but I want to see even more. I want to see the entire area, maybe do a circle by train in a car, stop a few cities and stay there a couple days. Because I tell you, it seems like it's worth it. You know that story, everything in Australia wants to kill you? Well, not the people. The people here have been absolutely tremendous. Well, I hope you appreciate this little update. I'm flying home today. And so we'll see you when I arrive back after my 21 hours of flying. So far, the plane's on time. Fingers crossed. Until next time, have yourself a safe and a great vacation.